Hello, and welcome to Hotcakes Commerce. This video is in order to help you understand how to create custom view sets. So, Hotcakes Commerce is based upon ASP.NBC, and the way that we've set this up is so that you can create custom view sets and override any of the views that are used to render your public-facing views and your public-facing modules. Those are all done through ASP.NBC. And so one of the benefits that does that gives you the ability to have some nice IntelliSense and some of the nice features of Visual Studio. And so that's all here part of this. And so what we're going to do in this video is just walk you through how to get this installed and get this running on your local computer. And we'll help you get ready to activate your view set and create your view set and make all the modifications you want to make to override how the views are displayed. So to start out, I just want to make sure that everybody understands the views. This is covered in an earlier set of views, or not in an earlier video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and go into the admin, go to Hotcakes Administration. I just want to point out here that under Views Manager, we have the ability to control what the view is that's being the current view set that's active. So right now we have this host underscore default. We'll go ahead and make that the default one that's being displayed. One thing I just want to kind of point out, and I pointed this out in earlier videos, if you modify the default view set, this will get overwritten. So don't override this and expect to keep your changes. If you want to make an editable copy, go ahead and use that link to do that. And you can use that to make any edits or override any custom functionality in a view set. Otherwise, if you're going to use the default one, just expect that's going to be overwritten every time you do an upgrade. Okay? So this is the video about making custom view sets, and so we'll start just by taking a look at some of the supplemental downloads that are available. So you see right here we've got the sample view set Visual Studio solution. This is responsive with Bootstrap. So I went ahead and click that link, and when I do, that downloads this My View Set. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click that and open up, see what's going on here. So in here we just have a Visual Studio project. We have a couple of README files, and then we have some folders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these, and I'm going to paste these into the folder that is used to host my website. And so I'm going to go to D code Hotcakes laptop Hotcakes video, and let's go into here and let's just paste those files in here. So you can see here that there's the files that I got in that zip. I'm just going to drag and drop these over into this file. I'm going to go ahead and let it merge, and when it does, you can see that what it's done is it's added a Visual Studio solution in here and a couple of readme.txt. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just open up that Visual Studio solution, and it should open up Visual Studio 2012. I'm going to wait patiently for that to open. Unless it takes a long time, then I'll wait impatiently. Alright, so Visual Studio loaded, and now I'm going to come over here and just take a look at the web.config and the web.config.readme. So what this is calling out here is that this section group needs to be updated in the web.config in order to enable your ability to have IntelliSense. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. So if I just go find the corresponding section in here, let's look. System.web.pages.razor. And so I can see that right here. So I'll just override that with what was in the web document, or what was in the README file, and save that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a build. So I just went to build and build solution. And now that I've done those two steps, I'm going to be able to get IntelliSense when I look at the view set. So I'm going to look under portals, underscore default, and hotcakes views, and then I'll see this My View Set right here. And so when I take a look at the My View Set folder, we can see that there are a number of views in here. So I'm just going to take a look at the products, and I'm going to take a look at index. So we take a look at the index view set. We can see that there is the ability to now use the model that's being used here. So if I want to go ahead and do HTML.raw, I can say model dot is available for sale, line item ID, local product, and then maybe under local product, I'll go ahead and grab some of the product properties, like whether it is featured. And so that is a Boolean to say whether that is featured, and so that would allow me to go ahead and write that out to page. So what I was showing here is that we now have the ability to do IntelliSense right in our views. So just to kind of point out what we're looking at here, the product is the module, and so the index is the default view, and then these are child views that are all being used in there. So if you take a look at that index.html, you can see html.partial, and that goes to underscore product details. So you know that if we take a look at the shared, that's where underscore product details is coming from. And you know, if you take a look in each of these things, whenever there's an underscore, that means that it's a sub view, and it's not the or a partial view. That's not the main view for that for that controller. So under products index, that's how you're going to know which one is the default one, or the the kind of the host. And if I wanted to make a copy of this one, the copy of index, then maybe I'd rename this to be super index. And then by creating that edit, maybe I'll go ahead and drop off whether it was featured or not. And now when I come back into this view manager, if I make, so let's go ahead and refresh this. Since I did do a build, it is going to have an updated version of the DLLs, and so that did cause the application to restart. So it's going to take a second for it to restart. While I wait for it to come back out, we can now see that we have that My View Set underneath here, and so that's based on the folder name. So I'm going to go ahead and make that the active view set, and then if I go under products and I go to my cupcake product, I'll be able to override what the default view set is, or what the default view is for this product. So you can see that now I have index or super index, and so because I have set that this is going to be the super index, that will now use the edited version of that. So if I want to take a look, index was the one that didn't have the featured underneath reviews, and super index is the one that does have that. So maybe what I'll do as well is I'll just kind of put an H1 up here and just say this is a super index. And so now, if I go take a look at this one in the store, I'll click View in Store. And while that's loading, I'll go grab one that is using the regular view, and I'll click View in Store. Oops. And so you can see here's the blue bracelet, and so this doesn't have anything in there saying whether it's featured or not. And the vanilla cupcake, you can see that it says super index, and because it was featured, it says true right below the reviews. So you do have the ability, as I was saying, to go through and make edits to these view sets. You have IntelliSense, so that's really nice. We're able to activate the view set really simply just using the Views Manager right in the administration. And then you did see that we could override what the view set, or the view that was active for a product, just by changing the display template. So that is our demonstration for today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to use our forums. If you take a look at the community page on our website, we try to do a good job of making sure that's always updated. Check out the Learn section of our website, and that may be where you found this video. There's other videos there too if you didn't. So check that out. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email at support@hotcakescommerce.com. We'll be happy to get back with you as soon as possible. Thanks again. We look forward to hearing from you soon.